Good morning, everybody. 8:25 a.m., October 28, 2022. Obviously, Amazon created the Nasdaq. Apple's trying to save the day. Um, Misses all over the board on Amazon, and Apple wasn't didn't kill it, but it did pretty decent. Okay, so before this news release for the PCE comes out, right? Let's look at that real quick. Let's see what's expected. So we have a month over month. Okay, we're expecting zero point 0.5. We had zero point 0.6 before, so that's decline. Okay, in the year over year, we're expecting a rise. Okay, from 4.9 to 5.2. So it's going to be interesting. Okay, we're expecting it to go up year after year, expecting to go down month over month. Okay, so we really got to see, you know, what's going to happen. This is really what the Fed gauges, the core inflation, not the regular CPI, which includes food and energy. So we have to see what's actually coming out in less than 3.5 minutes. Okay, so we'll have to look at that. Let's go over to really quickly before that happens, just to give you guys a quick view of the SPY and what we've been doing. Okay, so obviously we're topping out here. 50-day moving average acted as resistance again. We have a key support level of 379.23. This is really key support. Okay, we're at 377 right now. So that's support now is going to be resistance. Okay. Just to give you a law of the land before this number comes out, look at the SPY, right? SPY is kind of holding up even after all this negative earnings from all the big tech, right? Look at the Dow. Look at that. You wouldn't even know, right? It's heavily weighted. I mean, it has tech, but it's heavily weighted in healthcare also, financials. Look at that, right? Way above the 100-day moving average. It's going to go close to the 200-day moving average, right? Russell also over the 200. I'm sorry, the 100-day moving average, right? And also over the 50-day. And then we have the bear of them all, Nasdaq, which is tech weighted, and we're not even close to the 50. And we're finding support RTH session at the 20, and we're fighting in the 9 daily. So obviously the most bearish of all, and right now we're at 269. Okay, so let's wait for that news. Okay, I'm gonna pull up my 60-minute futures chart while we do this, so we can see how futures react to the number. That's, yeah, it's coming up. 40 seconds. Just to point out, these are some high volume nodes in the ES right here. That's expected to hold the market, but we're probably obviously going to go here or here. Okay, technicals don't matter as much. Okay, when there's a news event coming, so we'll sit back and see what happens. So should just dropped. Okay, so What happened is we came under. I'll put it up here so everybody can see it. All right, so core PCE year after year actually came under. That's positive for the market. Okay, month over month, zero point 0.5 came in 0.5. Employment cost index was as expected. Personal income is higher, personal spending is higher. So this number is the key number right now. Can it hold? Can this move hold? Right? So that 5.1 made a big difference. Okay, doesn't mean this is just the first move. Okay, that supply zone obviously is negated, which I thought it would be anyway. Get rid of this. So big doji, this might turn into nothing, but we have to see. A little beat in the PCX year after year number. Now to looking into it further, right? If we go back to this last uh, last time this was read, it was 4.9, so it did go up, but it beat the expected number. So it's not a home run. Okay, it's a big doji. So this could turn out to be a nothing burger, but it's not really negative. Okay, slightly more positive. While we're looking at that, I'm going to look at something. Let's look at the Fed. I'm going to look at the Fed balance sheet. This is just to show everybody they are tightening. Okay, so this is April 13th, and we've been on a steady decline and a very big decline after September 14th. And then we kind of went sideways for a week, and then boom, a nice clearing of some assets from October 12th to October 19th, and then again October 26th. Okay, so Fed's tightening. Okay, this is definitely more of a, like I said, a positive note. So I would say like we're still in the middle of the model here. All right, I'll keep my eye on that. We can get into a little more details. Okay, what I think You got to wait this number digest a little bit, but I'll go over a little things, some levels, look at yesterday and stuff like that. All right, let's look at some other things that I like to look at. All right, back to the SPY chart. Okay, we can just look at this. This is showing what's happening right now. This is the SPY. Okay, we're at 379. So we have to see. Right now, it's just kind of people are trying to figure out. It could be a nothing, right? It's not really that. It's a slightly bullish and not really bearish. All right. All right. Let's look at some of the things that I like to look at. Now, this is very interesting. The TNX, the 10-year yield, is very important. It's the smart money. Okay. Now, today, the TNX is up 1.7%. It's at 4.0 right now. Okay. But notice this downtrend we're in. Okay. Notice the downtrend we're in. We're downtrending and we broke this uptrend. Okay. This is very important where we go from here. If we start to tick up, break this trend line, that's not good for equities, okay? Especially tech. That is not good. However, if we hold here and start to fall, break under this and go back into 3.9, 3.8, that's positive for equities, okay? So right here, we're in the middle of yesterday's range. It's not telling us a lot, right? But it's not. Just remember, this is a leading indicator, okay? Smart money. This really tells us what's going to happen. Most times or not. Sometimes it's usually a leading indicator. Okay, so that this is not spiking like crazy, that's holding the market. Okay, and we just got some slightly bullish news. So it's very important to pay attention to this, right? As long as the dollar, okay, dollar broke this uptrend. Okay, now we're in a downtrend. The dollar is catching a bid today. The dollar is up only 0.26%. Okay, we're hitting this trend line right now. Okay, kind of get rid of this trend line. Okay, so that's important to watch as well. Higher dollars works for commodities and for equities. All right. So, and then we look at the VIX. The VIX is also in a downtrend. Broke this key support level. Okay. Heading down towards the 200-day moving average, 100-day moving average. So we're the VIX isn't shooting up. Notice yesterday we sold off, right? The VIX didn't blink, didn't bat, and it didn't even blink. So this is where it's kind of like, okay, VIX is not, didn't jump, and the TNX, the 10-year yield, isn't spiking. We also got midterm elections coming. Okay, so a lot of things on the plate. Okay, midterm elections coming. This VIX is in a downtrend. The TNX is in a downtrend. The dollar is in a downtrend. Okay, could be setting up for the Santa Claus rally. Right. So now let's go into the futures. Okay, we're still here. Still like kind of like a doji candle, more to the bullish side, but market's trying to figure out. Market's really trying to figure out what's going on. Okay, let me go back to. Okay, I'm gonna pull up market profile, the volume profile. Let's look at what happened yesterday. While I show you some news. All right. Actually, before I do that, let's just go over some tickers, the watch list, right? Like I said, TNX is up. Well, the TNX is rising now, okay? This is more of like a gauge of the look overall. It's not like an intraday thing all the time, but 2.2% higher. It's not the best, right? Dollar up, Russell up, Dow up, okay? ES down 0.28, NQ's down 0.71, 0.82. Crude is down $1. China is really locking down for COVID again. So that's going to hurt demand in crude, okay? VIX is down. Look at that. VIX is down. Very interesting, right? And Bitcoin is down 2.51%. All right. Let's get into the futures. Let's look at what's going on. All right. Okay, a couple important things I need to note here. Price is right here. 3806. Okay, 3806. We are inside yesterday's range. Here's the low of yesterday. Here's the high of yesterday. Okay. Here's the mid. Some people call it halfback of the session. Now, if you guys watch anytime we're inside the day's previous session, there's not a lot to glean to really read and go, oh, okay, I got a trade right off the open. It's kind of going to give you this indecision. Okay, you're not going to be very sure. All right. So this was the now just so everybody understands the futures market. I have it closed at 415. So I get that move down from Amazon in my profile. That's why I have it closed here. Okay, in the SPY you won't have that. Just so everybody knows. But I trade futures, so this is what I go off of. Okay, so here's the high and the low of the overnight session. Okay. Okay. So obviously yesterday we tested up here and we sold off. Okay. Now let's look at what's going on here. So we're in the middle of the range. Okay. Let's look at some levels really quickly. I always track the most traded price of the week, which is right here. Very important level, 38.44. Okay. Most traded price of the month, 36.92. Okay. Now, whenever you're in between these prices, it could be, they're far away from each other, but I'm saying we could have a ping pong effect here. Okay. Okay. Notice this orange box. I started putting these on my charts to make it easier for everybody. These are high volume nodes from a composite profile that I'll show you guys. Okay, that the market will probably tend to go to. Okay, and I'll show you that in a later chart. But just pointing those out. Orange boxes are long-term volume nodes from volume composite volume profiles. Okay, hence why like price was just in here before. Okay, okay, enough of that. Now you got my level, important level, the price of the month, the week. Okay, that we're below the most traded price of the week is a little bearish. Okay, it's a little bearish for right now. Let's look at the profile for the week, for the last 5 days. We kind of have a very nice completed profile. Okay, so this looks like we could have some balance today. Okay, we have excess on the bottom, excess on the top, and we could just chop around. Okay, this could be a chop zone. Okay, that's one thing I'm seeing right now just because of the indecision right now. Okay, most traded price of yesterday's right here. That's 38.25. Okay, notice the overnight session came into this area and sold off. Okay, that's why I have all these on my chart. Everything's an inflection point for me. Targets, support and resistance. Okay. So right now I don't have a lot to glean. We have that news. You can see we have a balanced profile overnight. A nice bell curve. Okay, mid of the session's here. This doesn't tell us a lot. Okay, could change at 9:30. Doesn't tell us a lot. Let's go over to the Qs. Q's gonna look different. Okay. Okay. So obviously in the Qs, um, this price is the most traded. Very important. This price of 11,100 is the most traded price of the month. Okay. That's why the overnight session has the most trading volume here. These levels aren't here for just no reason. They work. They work all the time. That's why I use them. Okay. This is a big line in the sand now. You don't want Nasdaq below this. You don't want the Nasdaq to accept prices below it. Okay. Okay. So everybody else knows this is the monthly VWAP as well. All right. Okay. So price is going back right now. Price is at 11,125. We're starting to come back into this most traded price. I believe we probably chill here till the open. We probably open here. Could be wrong. That's just what, because that level's such a magnet. Okay. So we went up to this key level yesterday and we just couldn't break it. We just couldn't break the key level I talked about yesterday. We pierced it, and pierced it, and eventually we fell. Okay. And then obviously when Amazon came out, we dropped. Okay. We dropped and then we dropped lower. So this is the overnight session. This is yesterday's session. Price is here. So we're inside yesterday's session, right? Right at the most traded price of the month. This is a big magnet, so that's why I'm not surprised price is there. Okay. Okay, so not much to glean, but this is a very important level. Okay, I'm going to talk about it in a scenario. All right, most traded price of yesterday was here. Okay, that is, call it 112.82. Okay. So if we also notice, I'm going to point out one thing. Okay. We came down and really just got bought up from Apple. You can see these are single prints. That's a market profile term, which just means emotional buying or selling. Okay, but we're holding, so you could say that's a kind of a bull flag. So, and this news just came out, right? But now it's the market's still trying to digest this news. All right, let's go over to some key levels into the 60-minute chart. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Let me go over to the chart that I wanted to show you guys where I get those orange boxes from. So let's look at the ES. Okay. Now look what happened, right? Price was here, and I talked to everybody in previous sessions, right? You see, if you guys are new, these outlines are monthly profiles. The hot pink line will be the most traded price of the month. Then I have, let me see here, weekly profiles of the blue profiles, and each most traded price is the white. And then every candle is a 4-hour candle. Okay, and just for more clarity, the white profile on the side is the profile for 2022. The heat map profile is from the last year, so a year ago. Okay, that's how that works. So I can really quickly see levels. All right, so price was here, right at the most traded price of the month. And I said to everyone, we're going to go here next. And we did. We moved up. We went right here. Okay, then I said, If we stay and move higher, we're going to go here. And we did. We moved right here. Okay. But now look, where are we now? We moved back to this high volume node here. We're right here. Price is right here again. Let me clear this up. So the way market works, in volume profile, you move from high volume node to high volume node. Okay. So that's just the most price. It's the most volume traded at that price. Okay. So we're at this node right here. That's where price is. So it's very easy for, I mean, what's going to happen. We're either going to go here, the most traded price of the month, this node. Okay, this hot pink line. That's why it's a big node. Okay. Or we're going to go back to this node, 38.44. Okay. And then it's not rocket science. Where's the next node? The most traded price of the last month is here. If we move higher again, we're going to go here. And that price is, so everybody knows, 39.49. If we move lower, what's the price? 36.87. Okay? That's why this chart, I love it, because I can just look at it and see. Okay? Okay. Let's look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ works the same way. Okay? Where are we at? This high volume node is where price is right now. That is the most traded price of this month, hot pink line. Okay? So we have a most traded price of a couple weeks ago is down here at 108.77. This is that node right there. Okay, so our most likely destination is there if we go lower. If we go higher, we have the most traded price of the week, 111.491. That is this node. That's where we're going to go. Okay? That's how the market works, guys. And that's why I love just looking at the volume profile. Can you look at candlesticks and see it? Like, yeah, you can. But I just rather look at these nodes and go, oh, we're going there, we're going there. Just wanted to share that with you guys. If anybody hasn't seen this before, I love the volume profile for that reason. It's the ease. It's the ease. Really, for me, it's the ease. It's the easiness of looking at it. I don't have to look at candlesticks. I just look at the nodes, right? All right, so let's go over the 60-minute futures chart. All right. Now you're going to see when I go over there the indecision right now with this market. All right. So you can see right now that big doji candle. People can't decide what to do with this market. They just can't decide. Okay. So let's line up these because I don't now think that this level is going to be that important. Okay. So I'm going to get rid of that. So we have basically a 38.21 as a resistance level, 37.75 as a support level. Okay. That's what I'm seeing right now. Market's going to go break one of these to go somewhere. It doesn't need to go. Okay. We could do this. Right? We can come down here, come in here and balance, right? But if we come here and pop and break, probably go in here at least, and probably go in here. Okay. So not a lot of levels. That's really the levels. Now, why 38.21 is because we consolidated a long time, and we broke that level, and then we held it. We held that level, held it, and then we finally broke it with the Amazon. Okay, it was really important for us to hold it. So to get over that level again is very key. Okay, and then 3775, you can just see is support here. It's been support again, and now, it's going to be support. All right, let's look at the Nasdaq. Let's zoom in. All right, right off the bat, when I got my big level here, 11,100. This is the big level. This turquoise box. That's the most traded price of the month. Okay, that's that bull bear line for the Nasdaq. That's a huge level. Okay. Now the support with that level is a 110.67 level. You can see support, support, support. Okay. Now we got resistance here at 111.85. So those are our support and resistance lines that we need to break. Okay. This is very hard to get through. These are they're very like they're very much like walls, but when you do break and hold them, big moves happen from them. Okay. So that's a very key line in the sand for the Nasdaq. All right. Let me get rid of this. Okay. So this is, we just been in a downtrend here. Okay. We broke this uptrend. So now, like I said, our levels are here, and then we got a resistance level at 113.20, and there's the level of yesterday we couldn't get past, right? That level, I moved it down a little bit, but this level was from this monster support. Okay, and I said it yesterday. If we break it and hold, we're going higher, but if we can't, we're going lower, and we couldn't get above it, and we fell. Right, that was the key level from yesterday. All right. All right, let's get over to the market profile. I'll give some quick scenarios. I can leave you guys for the day. I'm trying to look to maybe trade crude here in a second. So give me one sec, guys. I just want to pull up. Let's go back to this chart. So I have those levels up for you guys, and then I'm gonna do some scenarios with the market profile chart so I can see all my levels and give some scenarios. Okay. Now, not a lot to glean. Right off the bat, I can see some bouncy type behavior today, but anything can happen. Anything can happen. Okay. So, as far as a bullish move, this is what's going to happen. Okay. This yellow line's the 9 EMA on a daily. Okay. I have it in obviously my daily chart, but I just plotted here too to just tell me. Now, here's that orange box. That's a high volume node that I talked about. We're above it. So it's slightly bullish, slightly, if we stay above it. Okay. So if we come in here, we open, we pop down in here. Okay. Let me explain something really quick. I'm sorry. So right now we got some longs from here, I would say. Okay. So what I think could happen is maybe squeeze those longs a little bit, come back into this thing. This is for the bullish case, and we pop up, come in. Now we go to the most traded price of yesterday. This would be a little bit of a tiny line in the sand. Okay. The majority, there's a lot of people short from here. Okay, a lot of volume there. So if we pop above that and hold, we're going to go at least to 38.40, the most traded price of the week. Okay, and then I can see us bouncing here. and then we possibly might move up here. But I think we would fall back and bounce. All right. Let's look at a bearish case. A bearish case to me would be we can still come down, push up, go back to 38.21, which is the key resistance level. Can't go over the most traded price. Fall back, right? Come back to this high volume node, break that, and then we're going back to the at least the overnight lows, and maybe to 37.40. Okay. Lastly, we always talk about door number three, right? Door number three, it could just be balanced today. Okay. A lot of key levels, and we're in the middle of them. So this could just be a kind of a balancy day. All right. So what could I see with that? We can move up. Okay. Come back. Balance. Make everybody scared. Come down to the overnight lows. Bounce up. Balance. Okay. That's what I'm really waiting for, ready for. Don't have a bias. Okay. Now let's look at the Nasdaq, and let's go for the bull. Let's go with the bull case. You guys know this is my key level here. Most traded price of the month, 11,100. We're above it. As long as we're above it, I want to be bullish. Okay. So if we hold this, I could see us opening and holding and holding and holding, maybe even bouncing off this level. And if we can, we'll go higher. See, these volume is going to get squeezed. Okay, those shorts will get squeezed. Now we'll move up to, this is the 9 EMA on the daily, but also the most traded price of yesterday. So these are a lot of shorts here, just like on the ES. We could squeeze them, and now we're on a little bit of a run, and maybe we make it up to the highs of yesterday. Can we break it? Sure. I'm not sure if that's in the cards, but then we can drop back and maybe balance off that move. That's a bullish case. Okay. Bearish case. Let's look at that. Okay. Bearish case is move higher, move to the overnight highs. This is just to look, you guys. This is the 20-day moving average. Can't break that. This is the monthly VWAP. Can't break that. Fall. Come back to my key level of the most traded price of the month. Probably balance a little bit. Break down. Come back. Go lower. And we're going to the lows of the overnights. Okay. Could go to 108.78. Okay. Not sure how we fall. The next would be 107.71. Is this the demand zone here? Could bounce. This is the bull line in the sand, guys. Above it, I want to be bullish. Below it, I want to be bearish. And lastly, let's go over the balance. Okay. We could come down, not break this level, come right back up here, balance. Okay. Let's clean this up. So like I said, we can come down. We could even come down here. I don't even bounce out of here, come here, balance here, or come up here and balance here, come up here, come up to this level, come down here, balance. I can see this too. But again, if we hold above this level, that's going to be short-term bullish, right? And we'll set it up something for next week. Okay? So really in the NASDAQ, even for the ES, this is the important level. This would guide me for the ES as well. If we stay above this, that's bullish. Tech drives the market, okay? So go below it, that's going to change me from a little bearish stance. I'm going to look to probably short. That's basically it, guys. Okay. I wish everybody good luck. Give me a comment. Give me a like. Comment if you have a question. Share with other traders to subscribe. Um, I hope the levels I give every day pretty much work. They're not just nothing on the charts. They always work. Okay. You got to make a trade to make them work. Okay. That's the hard part. Okay. Um, wish everybody good luck today. Have a good weekend. Have a green day. And I'll see everybody on Monday. All right. Take it easy.